Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Apple, Goldman Sachs, and the IBB. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like the videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the right-hand bottom corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, thanks guys for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. All right, so daily chart, Apple, 20 million on the day, 0.86% up, $1.27 up on the day. We still are in this lower range, guys. We're trying to make a run for the 50 MA, possibly higher, but we've been chopping around down here, which is slightly overall bearish. We did recapture the 20 and the 200 like we always been, but we are still back below the 50 MA, so a little bit weakish in this pattern, guys, starting to set up for possible lower prices. But what I've been watching, though, it will start going bearish, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, we just start magically going up. Remember, with the SPY's been buoyant the last couple days. Everything's grinding higher. They want to get it off this low to diminish the bearish pattern, but still in the lower range, still chopping around, still weak to me at least. But we're at the all-time highs almost. That's the one thing I have to give it up for Apple, and it's Apple, guys. You know, buy the dip. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, pretty much same thing. Straight up, came in, hit this channel up in there, came right back down. Bearish pattern, guys. We're still holding all the MAs. A little bit more bullish stance on the weekly charts, but we came back up. I'd have to look. Did we fill it? Looks like we filled the gap on the weekly. So let's see. 5 weeks sideways. If we get more chopping down in this lower range, I think Apple's setting up. Another one, just like the FANG video we made, going into earnings, guys. 50-50 shot. If this thing blasts off, we're looking at 160, 165, 170, and who knows how higher this thing can go. 175 maybe. Worst case scenario, guys, weekly chart, we go to the 50 MA, which is 127.69, or we talked about the 200 MA on all these charts. This is 131 on the daily chart. A lot of these, a lot of daily chart support at the 200 MA. If you look at all these tech stocks, it's all the same. The 200 MA started right here in the beginning of March. It hasn't touched it. That is a lot of the times, guys, this is the target for the stock to come down to if it does. If these areas break on any of these charts, then we're going to start filling gaps down here. We have a big gap fill around 121. It could make it there. So if earnings, it goes down, look for 200, gap window here. Good earnings, got to pop through the all-time highs, get through this trend line, then probably 160, 165, 170, 175, and so on and so forth. Once you get into those areas, it's all mathematical stuff for technical traders like me to try to figure out. And then whole numbers, 150, 175, 200, stuff like that will be natural resistance, so watch for that. All right, let's get into Goldman Sachs, guys. That's coming up as well. Let's see here. All right, so let's look at Goldman. It looks like it's on Tuesday, the 18th earnings, so a couple days away. Right now, guys, down sideways, bearish pattern, but it's Goldman Sachs. The banks on Friday, they were a little bit, they went down on, I guess, the outlook, but they all beat earnings, but they all kind of flat. Some went green. Let's look at some of the charts here, or just to see Citigroup, 30 cents down. JPM was 85 cents down, and Wells Fargo, did that one end up green? Wells Fargo, 61. So just a little bit of red on the day, nothing crazy, but we still are above the moving averages on the daily. Bullish stance, but down sideways, a little bit bearish. So 50-50 shot going into earnings. I think it'll be flat or possibly down. Now this one here, the 200 MA is right there. I think if it moves lower, it's going to be 200. Gap, let's see, I think there's a gap fill down in here somewhere. Well, there's a gap fill right here at 192, and then a little one right around 203. So 200 will be good. I still think we're going to the November lows, and this gap fill around here 175.97 when it's all said and done. So if we get a pop up, great, whatever. We'll add more to our shorts. We'll buy a small call position too to hedge against a short, $100, $200 call position. Maybe make a couple $100 on it to, withstand some pressure on our short position. But again, we're not in a huge position short, swing trade, and we have room to add if it goes up. So we'll take it from there, play it like that, and see where this thing goes on, I believe, Tuesday. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, same thing, down sideways, trying to get above the 20 MA. Did it make it? Yep, got above the 20 MA on a weekly close, so that's slightly bullish now, back above all the MAs, chopping around sideways, trying to make a run for the roses. Again, it might go up into earnings Monday, Tuesday, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's morning or afternoon. If anybody knows, send me a quick message, or I'll take a look after the video. But again, nothing wrong, still in this higher range. Let's go to the monthly on this one real quick. Monthly, though, a little bit stretched from the 20 MA. 20 MA is at 191, but you know what? Down sideways, we're in this lower chop zone now. So this is a monthly, so this is bigger. This takes a long time to set up, and we've been 1, 2, 3, 4 months sideways, or 3.5 months. Let's keep an eye on this one, see where Goldman Sachs will go. All right, let's get into the IBB, guys, the biotechs. Everyone's been asking me about this. I haven't done a video in about a week, so let's get into this one real quick. Daily chart, guys, nothing wrong. We had this great launch off this bullish pattern. This was like, let's get the biotechs higher. Look at all the volume that came out of the blue. Out of nowhere, guys, huge volume, gets it up, trying to stick it out. And this will make retail traders chase this thing while the smart money's taking their money, and that's why it's just kind of chopping around. Slow distribution. They can't all sell at one time on this big move up. They got to take turns selling, because if they moved it up with this volume and the same value came in on the downside, we'd be right back down here. So they just slow and steady, let all the retail traders get in, and the mutual fund guys and the small hedge funds, oh, buy this thing, it's got to go up. But a nice little rounded bottom here, cup and handle maybe gonna develop, who knows. But we're holding the MAs, still in a strong stance, bullish stance, but it's down sideways, slightly bearish. Got to get above the 323 area, and then possibly higher prices. Earnings is not going to affect it unless you got some Regenerins or Amgens or some of those, just Celgene just getting killed, and this one will come down. So I like this one as a play, just like the other indexes, the SPY and everything. They're not affected by earnings. I mean, they will be, but they're not going to come down 25% because Apple had bad earnings. So I like the IBB. We are shorting this one, and we're going to stick with this trade and see what happens. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, same thing, nice big up move, down sideways, slightly bearish, still bullish with this up move, but we hit the 321.08 area, which is a little bit of resistance up in here, but the big one for me is this gap window here, right around 331.34, then of course gap fill here at 338.39. We get above that, get above this pivot, then we'll probably go to this area here, and then keep climbing. Let me put a bigger retrace in here just to see where we're sitting at on the weekly chart. Yeah, we're right at the 5.0 retrace. Yeah, big area right here around 340 or so. That could be the area for a short, and if you're long, that's the area where you got to start taking off. 340, 360 right here is not bad, depending where you came from. If you came from 250 and you're at 316, you got to take something off the table, because overall, guys, down sideways, this is still a big bearish pattern. Monthly chart, you can see it a little bit better. Bottom line, guys, monthly chart, we got to close above this high pivot, 331.26. We don't get there on a monthly and we just keep chopping, this could possibly be a candidate for a nice slide, because this pattern here is massive. Look at this one, down, sideways, and then the kill. This is going sideways for months, years, year and a half, whatever it is. This only went 4 months, and look at the killing. This goes 16, 17 months. This could be easily 207, and I said this before, this could easily drop to 126, 164, 191. Just looking at pivots, guys, 208, 200 area. So watch for this. This is a monthly, guys. This could take months to play out. If the markets pull back, we will end up down in here somewhere. So just be buoyant in these markets, guys. Light volumes driving it. The SPY, 50 million. The Qs, no volume. The IWM. Transports are trying to lead, so they're trying. It's a little bit, everything's just flying right now, guys. Buy it, just get in it, but just be careful, guys. Earnings on deck, 50-50 shot. If you had a good year so far, don't lose it in one trade. Small trades, 10%. In the biggest position, you have 10% of your total portfolio. That is so important with the way we trade here, guys, at StockBookie. All right, if you like these videos, again, go to my website, sign up, it's free. Subscribe down here to our YouTube channel. And again, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless. See you on the charts.